Imagine every Mustang owner all driving their car on one specific day a year. Well, that day is today, 17 April 2021. On this day, in 1964, Mustang was launched in the US nationwide. And did you know they sold over 22,000 cars on that one day and over 400,000 before the end of that year? How cool is that? This single event created Mustang's iconic image as well as its status that still continues today, 57 years later. Torq'in Speed was invited by Shelby S.A to be part of this amazing day as well as this amazing weekend. And we are here today at Shelby S.A. Let's go in and find out some more. This is Ivan from Shelby S.A and he's going to take us on a tour. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Thanks, Larissa. Perfect.
Okay, cool. And
Perfect. So let's start on the corner. We have our three cars here which probably draw the most attention. It's what we call our continuation cars or our heritage cars. We have our Cobras, Daytonas and GT40 over there. All custom built in South Africa at our factory in Port Elizabeth. The shells are all built there. The mechanical stuff, the transmission, the engine, everything comes from the States, and it's all matched together at our factory in Malmesbury. All the cars, once they are fully built, they are registered in America with Shelby Motors. So that really adds to the prestige of the car, the desirability of the car, the value of the car. So very, very important. Yeah, they're not kit cars. They are built to the millimeter on the original cars. So like I said, very, very special cars. Yeah.
Awesome, he definitely knows his stuff. The GT40 behind me was made by Ford to beat the Ferrari in 1966.
It's a GT40 Mark II. Obviously a step up on the Mark I, so obviously certain modifications were made. Their first attempts didn't go too well. They obviously had a lot of failures, as with anything really. But they eventually were successful, and they embarrassingly beat Ferrari. I think they came in 1, 2, and 3. And so it was quite a slap to Ferrari's face, and it's probably our most famous Ford or kind of Shelby car. It's the one that draws the most attention, and it's a very, very special car. So we're very proud to have it on the floor. We've built about 8 of these finished cars that have been delivered to customers. We are busy with 4 more. This is actually one of the cars that needs to be delivered. We're just waiting for the engine and the transmission from the States. We'll match it up and then hopefully deliver it sometime soon. I know the customer's very eager to get it.
Awesome, and I think it's so legendary because, like Ivan said, back in the day, I mean, Ferrari is such a huge brand, and to come in first, second, and third in the Le Mans and actually beat Ferrari at what must have been one of their strongest sports points is absolutely remarkable. And that is why it is so legendary. Okay. The reason why they created this space in the mold was because
Ken Miles.
Of Ken Miles. Ken Miles was much more taller than some of the other guys, and that is why they made that head space to create more space for him in the car.
There we go. It's interesting, but it's actually not part of the roof, it's actually part of the door. If you open up there, you can actually see it comes with the door.
Oh, wow.
So just don't need your head there.
That is so cool.
There, so just be careful.
Okay, I'll show you how your head fits in, okay? You see. This is Felix from Ford, and I am participating in the
Mustang Day celebrations. Today we're doing a racing rig. We're gonna see who can really go fast.
That will be amazing if I kick all the men's asses, right?
It will be pretty awesome. Let's see if
Thank you so much. I'm getting into this motion rig sim, and I hope I do really well, guys. Wish me luck. Do I at least have a time to work with?
You do have a time here.
Yay!
I think you actually got the best time, actually. Yeah, you got the best time in this one, so you're only second place for that.
Yay!
Nice job.
Nice job, but I'm second so far.
Nice.
Let's hope I'm top 3.
Since I wouldn't let us drive this fast. Yeah, I made a few mistakes. So we got the gaming rig.
Yeah, oh my word, yay!
I told you to put foot down.
I didn't know, how hard? Pedal to the metal.
Right foot.
Thanks so much. Thanks.
Well done.
Females. Woo! Go females!
Number first is Cameron.
Woo! Go Cameron!
The station on Race Raceway tomorrow in the South Mustang.
Wow! Okay, so tell us a little bit more about the suspension as well as the brake system.
So, as with all the Shelby conversions we do stiffen the suspension, we do lower the cars. The braking system is a Brembo system, designed, worked in partnership with Shelby. This particular car here is a Terlingua Racing Mustang. It's one of only 5 in the country. There's 75 of these in the world.
Sure.
25 of them are right-hand drive. So it's a very, very exclusive car. It is a...
Do you want to say very again?
Very, very exclusive car.
Very.
Again, only 5 of them in the country. We do have 2 of them here today, the silver one here and the white one outside. This is a 2019 model, very low mileage. I think we're selling this for around 2.3 million. What else can I tell you? Carbon fiber bonnet. It's obviously what they've done with these Terlingua racing cars, these Mustangs, is they've tried to kind of strip the weight out because it's more of a track focused Shelby.
Okay.
So it's a limited edition, it's a collector's item, but it's for the guys who really want to get on track, really hammer it. Your average Super Snake is running about a 750 horsepower supercharger. This is running an 830 horsepower supercharger. All right. In reality, it's a little bit less because the quality of the fuel in our country is not great. 790. So it's a really it's a whole nother level. It's kind of a Shelby Super Snake on steroids. So it's loud, it's angry. Yeah, what else can I say?
Will we be hearing something similar tomorrow?
Definitely. In fact, I'll be driving the white one tomorrow morning. So we're going to be leading out in the white one on the breakfast run to Red Star tomorrow morning. So as you can see, they've gone with the yellow supercharger on this one. It is the biggest supercharger, running 830 horsepower. And we don't just do the supercharger, we do the intercooler, the oil cooler, the radiator, the side shafts, full baller catback performance exhaust. So it's a lot of effort that goes into it. Everything and all of this is done at our factory in Malmesbury, down in the Cape. And then once the car is finished and ready for the road, it gets what's called the CSM badge, which is this over here. And this is proof that the car is registered with Carroll Shelby Motors in America. This started out as a 5-litre V8 Mustang from Ford, and then obviously we got our hands on it and did all the upgrades. And what we really do is, what the magic behind this is the supercharger, which we bolt onto the top of the engine. And that really, that's a piece of art. You can sit and just look at that all day. So that really is, that's almost the heart and soul of it. Yeah, that's what makes a Shelby is that supercharger. And we've done 49 Super Snake conversions, and then just the 5 of these, which are the 5 that are in South Africa currently. As you can see, a lot of carbon fiber. And
Yes, lots of
that's
carbon
for weight,
fiber.
obviously for weight
Obviously for weight,
reduction.
yeah. I actually haven't seen so much carbon fiber in the engine itself.
Yeah. This is as good as it gets from a Mustang perspective, kind of a Mustang Shelby perspective. This is as good as it gets. We have a lot of customers coming in here saying they want a GT500. We don't get GT500s, not the American version. We don't get the GT350s here. The closest thing you're going to get to a GT500 in South Africa is something like this.
Okay.
We build.
Which is actually very interesting because I don't think a lot of car brands do that.
No.
You know,
it's part of the
that-
heritage. You know, if
yes.
you watch the Ford versus Ferrari movie,
Yes, I actually did watch it.
you really get
Awesome.
to appreciate the story behind
You
it.
do,
And
you do.
You know, you can't help but fall in love with that. Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of history about this rabbit. It's an angry rabbit. You know, look, every brand has its own history, and it also has to start somewhere. But I mean, this is just so fascinating, and there's a big story behind this, which I think is just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more than a muscle car.
Correct.
Well, a pony car, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So this is a 460 Cobra, and he's going to tell me a little bit more about the car. However, it does not really have a 460 engine.
Correct? Yeah. Correct.
So please tell me a little bit more about the specs of the car.
So the engine in this car, it's a very special car. This it's not 460 cubic inches. It's actually 540 cubic inches. So that is an 8.4 liter V8 that is under the bonnet of this Cobra. It's actually the biggest V8 you can put in a Cobra. It's an absolute monster of a car.
That's crazy.
It's a 5-speed manual. It's a 2010 model, so this car was built about 11 years ago. The beauty about this car, and because it's a Shelby build, and like any of our Shelby builds, because we kind of look at them as collectibles, it's really special cars. This car 10, 11 years ago would have cost him about 1.1 million rand to build. We just sold this for $1.080 million. So in 11 years, effectively the car hasn't lost any money. You know,
Wow.
So it's that's kind of really, really special. There's not many cars or car brands that can say that.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah. So it's a very wide car. It's a very angry looking car. Again, 5-speed manual, big wide tires at the back, but because it's got such a big engine on the bonnet, she's an absolute handful to drive. Yeah. So you got to be really wide awake when you're driving. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
obviously. Go for a
Yeah.
few lessons.
Absolutely.
You can call
Absolutely.
him.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't know how to open this bonnet, we're going to show you how it actually opens. Come, let's go. Okay, so you grab the silver handle, lift it up. Here we go.
And it'll stay there.
Awesome! And actually, I love the finer details. Like if you look closer to the door handle, or look closer at the door handle, it is actually engraved. That is really cool. Check out the behind the scenes and bloopers at the end. Also stay tuned for part 2 where we take these beasts out on a breakfast run to Red Star Raceway and having some fun on the track. A special thank you to Shelby South Africa, Road to Race and Ivan. Let's go in. This is Ivan from Torq'in Speed. No, he's not from Torq'in Speed.
Again.
So I'm Torq'in Speed. Nice to meet you.
Take 3.
So the last.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay.
So basically, to refuel one of these old Mustangs, If you haven't guessed it, this is how you open it.
So this is a 1967, and this is how they did it back in the 60s. That's where you refuel it.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. If you leave it open, it looks like a little bum hole. Ah.
You got it.